disappointed at all. It is time to get this show on the road. So before we do, I think my phone is broken. I pressed the home button and I'm still at work. Ain't that some stuff? Like it or not, y'all, it's about to go down. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen. Yo, it's Chris Brown, Trey Songz, Kanye West.
Your home for hip-hop and R&B.
We the best.
Power 104.7, where old school meets new school.
Like it or not, y'all. 2023. Y'all know what time it is. It's time for Like It or Not. We're about to hustle. Let's start this damn show. Yes, it's time for Like It or Not. We're about to hustle. Let's start this damn show. Like It or Not. Rebecca Zora's in the house. You know she got a funny story to tell. Talking politics, culture, a real life-ish. I live in life in the ATL. Benjamin, yeah, that's my man. He's always coming up with the master plan. Politics scheming, trying to find the meaning of life. Why the feds keeps us in strife. I'm your DJ. I really don't need no introduction right now, but you know what? I stay dropping them jams. Y'all know who I am. Good hope, dad jokes, culture-ish, politics. What you're hearing right now was the culmination of all of this. I started out with the mic in my hand, and I graduated to a plethora of fans. I love bringing joy to the people. It makes me feel great, makes me feel regal. I do what I do for you. 8 p.m. Friday, you know how we do. Let's go. It's time for Like It or Not. With Rebecca Azor. Let's start this damn show. It's time for Like It or Not. With Rebecca Azor. Let's start this damn show. Like it or not, y'all. 2023. Let's start this damn show. Let's go.
Like It or Not starts now.
Welcome.
I was still waiting.
There we go.
Bopping to the music.
Okay. It's a little
But
camera. Because my camera's I got it on a new the leg is broke.
Yeah.
So
but the shot is amazing. It looks
It is.
Oh, well, thank you. It's giving too much of my home. I feel like.
Yeah, you might want to narrow. Man, I'm
gonna have to work on that.
And Ben looking like he in the forest somewhere out here at the what's the place called here in Atlanta, Becca, that they protesting? Cop City.
Oh Lord.
Ben, let me find out.
Where are you, Ben?
I am in the wilderness.
Because we're in your business. Where you at?
Okay.
I'm in the wilderness trying to bring the end to a wilderness. I've been gone for about a month, man. So it's good to be back with y'all.
Yeah, you've been gone
right.
for a month, you know. And
I feel like I've been gone. Have I been gone for that long?
It's fine because it's not really your show. It's mine. So,
well.
And as long as everything is all right.
Well, that's none of that.
She got us together to be in this.
So, okay. With that being said, how was your Thanksgiving? I know we are in holiday season, and I know that we didn't get a chance to touch base for Turkey Day, for harvest, for Indigenous Peoples Day. So how was y'all day? How was the day with the family?
Listen, I want to start by saying my brother-in-law cooked the absolute best turkey I've ever had in my life. I'm still talking about it 2 weeks later. So it was a great day for food, family, and we all hung out and in-laws and whatnot, and nobody got sick. So it's like, what more can you ask?
Okay, look, because that's good. Because you hung out with people you know.
That's right.
Look, because that's what we try. That is the logic that we utilize.
We use it.
Listen, I did, and a lot of Black folks thought that was the way to go. And then I had to sit down and realize what makes me think that my parents can't get me sick or I can't get my sick during the beginning of COVID.
But we made it through.
But we
I
made it
know.
through.
I had to
Hello.
I'm like, how we having a barbecue with just our blood, and then not knowing where half of these people came from yesterday, the day before.
Come
and then being
on.
like, as long as it's family,
Oh,
we
it's family.
okay.
We okay. We ain't gonna get none. We
Okay.
good.
You know,
Your family been
yeah.
to the club. Your family been to the restaurants, and
Look,
but we
dating
made
the
it.
thing
folks, sleeping over,
is
how
some of them
people
ain't been nowhere. Like,
you know. But as long as they got the same last name, or we, you know, we in the
trust.
family,
We trust.
we all right. We all right.
But
But
we
yeah, go ahead.
we made it. We
Yeah.
all had fun and didn't get sick. So cheers.
Mhm.
You know, here's to
Praise God for Jesus.
recovery of
Yes,
the blood. Hallelujah.
yes,
The blood.
the blood, the blood.
The blood.
Now, because look, we be like we blood, but it's the blood.
Yeah, oh,
Yeah.
The blood.
I'm gonna say it again. We was talking about if we blood, but that's not the point. It's the blood. Somebody, I need y'all to give me hand claps in the comment section right now. My Thanksgiving was really good. Now, finances, it's been crunching like potato chips.
I hear that.
Oh,
And
what?
stale fries. I hear that those get real stale. It's just been real crunchy, but I've been making it work, you know, because of the blood. But I also, my sister was like, okay, listen, you don't even have to buy yourself no ticket to get to the crib. The crib, if you guys know, is West Palm Beach, right? PBI is a very, very nice, slow, tiny airport. You can just get in and get out. There, you don't get the hustle and bustle of Atlanta, New York, none of that. It's just really like hop in, go out. And so that's my airport, also Donald Trump's airport, PBI. And so like I stopped there, but it's so expensive these days to try to go home from there. It's really, really expensive. So you have to think about, am I going to stay home alone for holidays, or am I going to try to make it work? My sister was like, let's do this. Or we can try to see if we can go to Fort Lauderdale. Fort Lauderdale is the stop, because Miami is where it gets to the twilight zone. Miami airport is when it turns into the twilight zone. So I was looking at Fort Lauderdale, was okay, but I didn't want to have to risk taking like Spirit or Frontier. And mind you, Spirit and Frontier I have no problem. I've actually traveled out of the country for that. But I was like, you know what? I need a break. And I had the funds, but I'm like, I'm trying to budget better, especially with that incident that happened mid-year this year. So I said, you know what, sis? Let's go ahead and take because I like to spend a lot. That's my problem too. How you ain't got no money, you like to spend a lot? No, but no, I got money by the blood. Bills are paid. The blood. But no, my sister, so we said we're gonna drive. So we drove, and baby, I had work the next day. We drove, we made it just in time for Thanksgiving. I made sweet potato. What is that thing y'all call candy yams?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah.
And that's not a Haitian dish. So I made that. My sister made the American turkey. My mom made the Haitian turkey. That's where you cut it up, put it in the sauce. We had all the Haitian rices. We had the salade betterave. That's the beet salad. The Haitian. I know you got that potato salad. We got beet salad. We got the potatoes and the beets together and make it pink and real cute and nice. And it was so good. But that's what we make during that time. And it was a really good. What's funny is it was just, I ain't trying to be funny, but it was just blood at the table. We didn't have any extra other friends of the family like we usually do. It was really just us, and it felt very peaceful this year. I had to turn around and do that drive right back to the crib because the next day I had to work. And with that being said, I was so tired, and that was that, but that was I took my nephew to the beach, and that's our thing to do. He's getting so big. So now it's kind of like, Tati, you don't have to use your spit to take that off my head. I'm good. Like, you don't have to. And I'm just like, that's crazy. I feel like, you're growing up so fast on me, but that was my life. So how was yours, Bubba?
Mine was fun. I actually was in Florida as well too. Went down to Clearwater, so spent Thanksgiving with extended family is what I call it now. But I had fun. I actually got down there like maybe Tuesday, and then I worked that next day, Wednesday, and after that, I ain't go back to work till Monday. I said, no, I'm not turning back around and have to do this job. But the thing about me, I can work remote as long as this laptop is open and with me. I can work anywhere. I was working in Jamaica when I went, so
wow,
you don't need to know that. So,
wow.
But it was fun. Had a great time. Excellent.
Allegedly, you were working in Jamaica.
I don't care. I was working in Jamaica, child. Y'all computer, my computer.
Maybe y'all be too. Y'all be too bold on this one. Listen, maybe next year I'll put I'll put business under my shoe and I'll stand on that. And I'll
Stand
be like,
on-
yeah,
stand
I'm
on
working from
business.
here. So what? I'll do
Stand
that
on business,
next word.
Becca. Stand on
Yeah,
business.
stand on business. I'll put that right up under my heels and make sure I stand on business. But other than that, there has been a lot. I know we've been talking about the blood, and we've been talking about finances, and we've been talking about all that. I know, David, it's going to be a little bit off a little bit, but I thank you for being here with me, with us on the show. But I just want to talk about something. I mentioned it briefly on on Leftist Mafia. If you guys watched on Thursday, about a video that actually was going viral, and I'm going to grab that for you, David. No worries. But I was watching it. I was watching it was a white woman. I don't know why I have to say it was a white woman. It doesn't matter. But it was a white woman. It was a white woman. And she was talking about here it is, right here. I'm gonna send it right now to you, my brother from another mother and father, skin tone. David, I I
All of
so
that.
this is a woman who is explaining how it's in the chat or the text message chat. The woman is explaining, she's saying, hey, I am a mom, I'm married, the American dream. White
Yeah.
folks, yeah, they have that where I'm married, I have my 2 kids and fence and house, yeah, I have that. So they get that quick, right? So, but she has a great job. Her husband has a great job, and she goes in to discuss, and she's distraught, and she goes in to discuss, hey, I have money, my husband has money, we have 2 great paying jobs, we got a little ranch for our first home, 3 bedrooms, 1 bath, a nice little country style ranch, me and my kids. And here's the problem: we paid all of our bills, mortgage is paid, car notes are paid, gas in cars filled up, groceries in the house, lights, all utilities are paid up. Me and my husband both have great paying jobs, but we only have $200 to spend between the both of us after everything else is done. Social media, and we're going to play the video in just a second here, but I just want to tell you guys how social media reacted. Social media said, why is she complaining? She has some kind of income after paying all of her bills. She has something to spend after paying all of her bills. And I think that's what America wants us to view things as living paycheck to paycheck is a benefit. Like there's like that, you should feel good about living that way. That means you have made it somewhere. And I think that's where they know that we won't challenge them because we made it to at least living paycheck to paycheck. Let's take a listen to what this woman was saying.
This mom of 2 kids can't hold back tears while talking about her bills, despite she and her husband making good money.
We both have good jobs. I'm a nurse. I'm a registered nurse. I work full time. He works full time. We just got paid this past Friday, right? We paid the mortgage. Bought some groceries. Put some gas in the car. Guys, it is Tuesday. We have like $200 or $300 to last us until next Friday. We don't live in a big house. We live
Big.
in a little ranch, 1,100 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 1 bath, us and our 2 kids. I make good money. He makes good money. We don't live above our means. I don't know what less than paycheck to paycheck is. What is that? Poverty. As a registered nurse, with a husband with a second income. Somebody has to do something to change this. I don't know what to do. I'm so stressed out.
You better get some canned beans.
This isn't how it's supposed to be. Now what? Now what?
Is that fair?
Ooh. Okay, so Ben, I have a question before I go into conversation.
Yes.
So why did you find that funny, aside from the Black woman making the faces on it?
No, I find it funny because come on, let's be real. That's most of it. She's doing good to have $200-300 to last her to another week.
Yeah.
If we ask the audience, And we asked ourselves
And we ask ourselves then,
whether or not we want to be transparent about that. Like, working class is working class, and people need to realize, anytime you use your labor, I don't care how distinguished your field is. It doesn't matter that she's a registered nurse. It doesn't matter if you're an attorney. I know attorneys who make great money, but because of the way this system is structured, it's absolutely designed to extract every penny so that all you have left over between week to week. If you got $300, that means you can get some gas, you can get some food, you can do all kinds of stuff. She good.
Okay.
Based on American standards.
Okay, so based off American standard, but Bubba, before I go in, your take.
Yeah, my take is it sucks. I mean, I end up around the same thing, but the rest of that is really spent, like you said, on food and still getting to work. And here in Atlanta, you know, they say the median income for you to be considered middle class is at 81,000. Child, I'm poor. I'm poor as shit. I ain't gonna lie to you, David. Make sure you believe that I'm poor.
Yeah. So poor, right? All of us on the screen who make romanticize. Listen, I'm gonna romanticize my life always and forever. Hair will be done. Nails will be done. You can charge it to the game. You can try to count my pockets, but what is too much for me may not be too much for you. That's your business. Now, with that being said, I know for sure that after all my bills are paid, everything, because I carry myself, I pay everything by myself. There's no man here. There's Rebecca. Okay. In my household, there's no parents or something. It's me. So my car note, there's so many bills, and we know that housing has gone up. We know that groceries have gone up. We know that utilities are going up. We know that every year you may have started your rent at this price point monthly, and every year from 2020, I guarantee you, a lot of us can say that we've gone up almost 1,000 on rent. Okay, so here is what we're talking about, or even mortgage, because housing prices are out of control. Housing prices, food, gas. We finally got gas as something that we can afford, but we don't even care no more because we know we just need gas, so we pump it. It's really, this is where we are in our lives. Everything is just so high, but they do not want to raise the amount that they are giving us for wages. That's one. Two, they don't want to match anything to what we're being paid, which is literally nothing. This woman is saying she has a great paying job. I don't think she really stated what the income was between her and her husband, but she stated that they have great paying jobs. What's funny is sometimes what's a great paying job in this place ain't a great paying job in this place. Like what you're getting paid just doesn't equal a living wage. And my thing is, I sympathize with her. Not because I sympathize with her. I empathize with her. I understand what she's feeling. Being able to pay all of your stuff is a great accomplishment. And I choose to live my life in that perspective. But that's what they want us to do every single year. I paid my bills. I pay my bills. Thank you, Lord. I pay my bills. I use my money to pay my bills, yada, yada, yada. Let me tell you something. They want us to do that so we don't challenge them on how much everything has gone up, and like challenge them on how none of us are making livable wages. What we know to be a great paying job isn't really a great paying job, because I got kids, and that $200 for my car that may have a flat, that $200 that we have to the next the pay cycle, it's going to go to that. Won't be able to do what I want with my kids. Who knows if there'll be a medical emergency? Who knows? She's one paycheck away with her and her husband together, their income. Anything could happen. And that's what it is. And that's what I think we should focus on. Now, there is a juxtaposition as white folks living this type of life and black folks. Yes, there is. We don't have to go into that right now, because what I will just come up on, because people were like, why is she so mad? I'm like, some of y'all are okay, like with the math in your head, with this $18 or however it may be that you're getting paid, 13. It could be even 25 to 30, which is a really good place to be in the year 2023. But you can't do nothing. All you're doing is paying bills. I always see things, these posts that used to be like, grind. Everybody, welcome back to like it or not. Shouts out to everybody who is tuning in, whether you're streaming from Ben's page, The Benjamin Dixon Show, or where you can stream from my page now at Rebecca Azor on YouTube. Bubba, I don't know where you can stream to. Everybody.
Right here on Ben's Channel. I got this.
You get a stream.
I got too many channels, so I can't keep up with everything. It just gets.
Maybe I know. I mean, let me tell you, the other day I got on social media. I had a really cute picture of me and my real hair blowing in the wind at the beach, and I was like, okay, I gotta post it here. And then I felt like, oh my god, I gotta post it here. And here meant my go-to will always be Instagram because it's a smaller family. Anybody who wants to follow me on Instagram is the Songstress, TheeSongstress. But it's like a smaller family, and I could just post, right, and be good, be myself. There's nobody that I'm trying to, on Facebook. You gotta be careful what you post because mama, church folks is on there. Everybody, grandma, auntie, everything. But Instagram takes it to Facebook for you, does the work. Yeah. And sometimes it doesn't include the caption, which is great because my captions can be raunchy sometimes. So like it posted there, and then I feel like I gotta go to X to go post.
Too many places.
X is Twitter, guys. And then I feel like I have to take it over back to Instagram in the forgotten land of Threads. Do you guys still use Threads? Do you remember Threads? Do you guys remember Threads? So I got to go into Threads. Now, when I come into Threads, I get a reminder that there is an app called TikTok. And I'm like, I just, me and my man just started following each other on TikTok. And I'm like, let me post something on TikTok so it can be fresh. So I get on TikTok and I try to post that, post something there. Then I get a reminder when I get on the YouTube, right? I get on YouTube and they got shorts. I get on there and I post a short. Now I get back to my page on Instagram and I'm like, oh, algorithms just don't want me to win. Okay, they don't want me to win. So then I take it to my stories. And then I see just how much people won't like your stuff, but they watch.
They always watching. Always.
The numbers is be like so high. People be watching, but they won't like your stuff. Because they be hating. That's how I be feeling.
Let me ask you this, Becca. Have you ever posted some on your stories? Like you get one story, get like all these views, then you post something else, and then it's like that shit get like 5 views.
Yep.
Sorry, y'all. That stuff gets like 5 or 10 views. That happened? Okay.
I saw Ben do a good job on one video. He did 6 jobs on that.
Here it is. Do it. Finish it. 3 views.
Black folks, we went to go look at the views. And I said, why this post didn't get what it was supposed to get?
Right.
And I don't like that. See, because this is a really good story. And I feel like it should be out there. And I forgot what story it was, but I went to go. But the other story that he did, and I'm not saying that his content isn't great, but this one just had more. I feel like it was really good, especially for the time being. And then he just did another one at the time, and it flew off it literally was great. It just soared into good. So it's funny to see how he did the same thing that I saw a white person in the space do. Yeah. And that person, they could just whisper like this on the mic. And then it's like algorithm definitely blesses them.
Right.
Oh yeah, no. There's a direct correlation between what we talk about as Black folks and what the algorithm picks up. It intentionally does that, and we've seen it. Like we had the guy, one of the tech reporters from, I forgot the name of his publication, but Stephen, what's his last name? Anyway, he examined my channel.
On the show, right?
We had him on the show, right?
Yeah.
And he examined the channel, and he could see the different ways that the algorithm is suppressing specific content because they don't want to hear us talk about it, but they would love to hear some white folks say the same thing we say.
Literally the exact same thing. And I know just from working in the space and working along my faves who I love at Leftist Mafia, you just know that it doesn't matter. Like it just the algorithm doesn't work we got to work a little harder as people of color. Yeah. And there is actually a book that is out, and it talks about how the algorithm suppresses us. And that's Black people. And at the bottom of the totem pole is Black women. So there can only be one Black woman. And that's not one particular Black woman, but so many Black women to talk about a certain type of content in the space. And after that, they're like, we got enough. We got about 10 Black women talking about this particular thing. That's the 10 Black women that can talk about it. But a million white women can come on and fake cry. Like all of the white women in the world can come on and fake cry, and each video will go viral.
Always.
I watched a video of a white woman telling a story, and it was about pure nothingness. I think she was going off on another white woman, and it went above and beyond. I watched a Black woman tell a story about what was happening in the Congo.
Okay.
And it didn't go anywhere.
Yeah. No, I mean, again, look, I mean, that's the truth about it. It's not a meritocracy. It's not about how good your content is, and in fact, you can find the direct opposite relationship. The sillier and dumber and goofier you are on social media, the better you perform. And I mean to the tunes of millions and hundreds of millions of views. Look at the best performing channels and you'll see they feature Black people who are engaging in buffoonery. It just happens to be a truth of the internet.
Yeah, it works. Creating the conversations that I believe, and statistically, I've seen and I've read some things, because I have to go and check up on that. I'm like, you can't tell me that because social media is telling me that there is a fight amongst Black men and Black women on social media. I see
those right.
But you can't tell me that this discourse between Black women and Black men on social media is true, because the world that I live in doesn't show that. It doesn't tell me that. But the more people that watch it, the more we'll start to feed this idea to the Black community that Black men don't like Black women, Black women don't like Black men, and that we all are looking for something that isn't there. When in my day-to-day, oh man,
it is.
Every time I see a Black man,
come on.
Every time I see brown skin, you know I love your brown skin. Every time, you know, black man.
It just sound like black
man.
That's funny, but you know, and that's because Black men are my superheroes.
Come on,
okay?
Mine too.
I love them to death. Every time I see one, I love them.
I ain't with you today, Jay.
That's okay, and they can be your superhero too. And listen, and the way that we love our Black men and our Black women, it shouldn't be placed in a box either, because that's what noms. Y'all know what that means, but I'm gonna say men with mics, and women with mics, WOMs. That's what, you know. This is what they do. They get on here and they try to put how we love each other, how we communicate with each other in a box.
In a box,
They try to how we deal with issues in a box.
That's right.
You know, how we respond to things in a box. How we talk about relationships in a box. How we talk about religion in a box. Finances in a box. No. Be free yourself.
That's right.
I don't know why I went into that rant, but
because it's so applicable to our situation,
right?
In so many ways,
it really is. And
we high key be having some of the best content on this here internet, but it's all right. It's all right.
No, we do.
Like ass.
That's very high key. There's nothing to be hidden there. There's no low key for that. It's on a Mariah high pitch. I mean, I'm talking about conversation, high pitch. You know, this is where we are with it. Yeah. Okay. And that's it. Very clear. Very clear.
We just did that though.
With all of that being said, make sure you guys follow, like, share, subscribe, support any Black content creator. But right now, because you're watching this one, make sure you do the same over here. Okay? Listen, we are here because of you. We love to be here. The more that you assist, the more that we can help, the more that we can help grow, and help our producer to stay with us so that he can, you know, find somebody to walk his dog during this time. And I just, you know, we need that. We need you. So patreon.com/like it or not, patreon.com/like it or not. All right. Next up on the docket, cops. Right? Cops. What they said, F12, 13 because F12, sometimes 11. Now, Derek Chauvin, Okay, we know who was one of the officers involved in the murder of George Floyd, the knee to the neck, if we recall,
Mhm.
back in 2020. So Derek Chauvin, the former officer convicted in Floyd's killing, he was stabbed in prison, right? And I don't know if you guys heard this, and I don't know if you guys cared. Not sure, but he was stabbed in Arizona. Okay,
Huh?
22 times.
Ooh. Ooh.
Wow.
The Attorney General's office,
Mm.
which prosecuted Chauvin, said that they were notified of the assault and was told that he was in stable condition. A quote from them says, "I am sad to hear that Derek Chauvin was the target of violence. He was duly convicted of his crimes, and like any incarcerated individual, he should be able to serve his sentence without fear of retaliation or violence."
Mm.
An incarcerated individual was assaulted at the Federal Correctional Institution in Tucson, and that was him. And this is what was reported. Responding employees initiated life-saving measures for the incarcerated individual, which was Chauvin, and no employees were injured during the incident. The stabbing was first reported by AP and the New York Times. Visitation at the prison was suspended, and everything else happens with that. Now, I present this story because I feel like there's look, here I go. An agenda. Okay. Chauvin
Child.
getting attacked 22 times or stabbed, to be clear, 22 times. And immediately they're like, oh, he's in stable condition. And no one should go and serve time and be afraid of their lives. And no one should. We are on the street every single day serving time just for being black. And we are afraid to just walk down the street, do any damn thing. And Chauvin got to live his life he didn't go immediately to jail after what he did to George Floyd. And there are a lot of cops that murder people every single day. There's a story about a mother who went looking for her child because of a police officer who ran over that man.
Say that.
And hid the whole situation with other police officers. And this police officer still gets to serve and protect. I'm not saying what happened to Derek Chauvin was wrong, but I feel like immediately what was given to the media was, oh my goodness, there was an attack on Derek Chauvin. There's an attack on incarcerated individuals every single day.
Yep.
In those places, every single day.
Yep.
There was an attack on George Floyd, knee to the neck.
Come on.
And George Floyd called for his mama. I don't know what Derek Chauvin did when he was getting stabbed.
Ooh, my God.
But I know that after that moment, he got to go home to whoever he needed to go home to. He got to, I'm talking about when the knee was to the neck. He got to go home to, and Derek Chauvin got to go home to whoever he needed to go home to. He got to sleep at night. He got to eat. He got to have protection from the cops.
That's
paid
right.
leave, those kind of things. So I'm not saying what happened was correct, but what they trying to do is make it seem like he needs to be somewhere where he can get breakfast and where he can get to see his family and where he needs to be protected and he needs to this is a good man and he did the crime and he's doing the time and we must really look at him and really want to feel for him. No.
Right.
Did anybody think about George Floyd and his family?
Right. And before I get up and change my battery, I gotta say this. It's y'all know what's gonna happen next. The narrative's now gonna be, okay, so he got stabbed 22 times. He's in critical condition. He's not doing well. I think we should move him to a different facility. Mm-hmm. Now what happens to different facility is going to be, I think we should just send him to she's still in jail, but it's like an at-home situation. Mm-hmm. So we'll send him home. Next thing you know, he's going to be at the hell home. Mm-hmm. So he's going to be out. It's all in the play, y'all. Y'all know that, right? To get this man out.
That's how I feel. And that is my take, how I feel like it, because we don't hear that. When we hear somebody who did time as a black man who went to jail and that person got stabbed or is getting attacked.
Period. On mute. You know, I
not on mute, man. Not Beyonce.
Oh my God. You did that, man.
I wouldn't even.
You did that, man.
I wasn't even trying, but thank you. All right. So that said, this is an issue of this is a moral quandary for me, much like the other day when Henry Kissinger died at 100 years old, one of the most prolifically evil people on the face of the earth. I should objectively be able to celebrate the death of someone as evil as Henry Kissinger, just like I should well, that's the question. Can I objectively that's kind of what we're getting at. Can I comfortably 22 times to be stabbed though is quite a bit. And I'm like,
that's excessive.
That might be excessive.
He didn't die.
And he didn't die. Like, could you just shank him maybe once or twice for George Floyd, but don't get another charge. Like whoever did it gonna get more years. Like, come on, and then it's kind, you don't have to shank everybody who does us wrong, but I would say they killed Extension and George Zimmerman is still out there.
George Zimmerman is still out there living his full life, and he wasn't even a real cop. I just can't understand. You know who else is living their full life?
Who that?
The officer who was recently acquitted in Elijah McClain. Remember Elijah McClain? Elijah McClain's death, the young black brother. Guess what? Nathan Woodward, I think was his name. He was suspended for 2 years until the jury found him not guilty. And we that was something that we had to deal with and mourn, and continue to mourn Elijah McClain and these officers who get away with this stuff. Ever since he was found not guilty of manslaughter and criminally negligent homicide, listen, he got his job back and $200,000 in back pay. So the Colorado officer who stopped Elijah McClain in 2019 and placed him in a neck hold was reinstated to the Aurora Police Department and will receive $200 in back pay. And this is according to the city officials. This came out on Monday of this week. Nathan Woodyard is given that. His reintegration into the police force comes weeks after jury found him not guilty of manslaughter. And he's been suspended without pay for 2 years since he was indicted for his role in the death of 23-year-old Elijah McClain. All right. They're going to give him that back pay of $212. Excuse me. $546. 200,012. I gotta get the numbers right because I ain't never seen that.
Why you put the slave voice on?
I ain't never seen that. 200,012, $546. I hope I'm saying that right. Ben, 212-546. What is it?
Yeah, I get $212,546.
Okay, to cover the salary from his leave. Yeah. So how do we say that America? That's why I look at Derek Chauvin and I don't feel. I ain't know. Y'all around here killing folks every day. And then here we go.
And then getting rebate checks on it.
Rebate, restitution, reparations.
Getting their own reparations. Come on.
And Elijah McClain, who I believe called out for his mother too.
He did. And he also said, please don't hurt me. I'm just special. Speaking to his disabilities.
And this man who didn't give a damn had him in a headlock.
And they shot him up with ketamine, if I'm not mistaken.
Jesus.
A horse tranquilizer for a small, frail young man.
George Floyd called out for his mama. Elijah McClain called out for his mama. Police officers get to go still, after killing these people, call their mama. We are sick and we're tired. We're sick and we're tired. We have to mourn Elijah McClain's death all over again while people celebrate. While people are, those people who say police lives matter, those things, this is what they're not understanding. We got to open up the wound of Elijah McClain again and think of Elijah McClain as a brother, a son, a cousin, anything. And we look at George Floyd as a father, uncle, a brother, a son, a cousin, a friend, all of it. Because it could be any one of us or ours. But these cops are protected.
That's right.
They're protected.
Fully.
And this cop gets to go back in the community that he knows does not like him, that this community knows what he did, and gets to go and abuse his power all over again.
And gets his rebate check.
Yeah. His reparations. is justice.
Come on.
Elijah McClain never got it.
That's the part. That's the part, and that's what's frustrating. But and again, like I'm kind of tongue in cheek talking about this stabbing in the prison. I do understand the seriousness of violence in the prison system and how black people specifically, but all people. I mean, you don't come to the prison system and don't come out with some scars from the violence there. However, you're going to have to go a couple of miles to help me have a level of empathy for any of these people, including Henry Kissinger. When you look at the sum total of what they've done compared to what has been done to them, it's an empathy gap, and I'm trying to figure out if I'm a good or bad person.
You're not a bad person because of what you feel. It's just why aren't the people considered bad when they
That's
don't
right. That's
when
right.
they don't care about what happens to us when we die, our health or anything? Why don't we consider some of these politicians bad? Why don't we consider some of our neighbors, our doctors, all these people who deny us basic things because of what we look like bad? Why do we not consider people who march for injustice bad? Like, why are we not looking at the police officers who break into homes, shoot through walls, kill innocent people? Why and these people never get justice? Breonna Taylor. Why are we not looking at them as bad? So if I feel that people who have done bad in the world, if I feel nothing, you can't hold me to the cross for that.
Come on.
You can't. Because everyone else, if something were to happen to me, I've seen the discourse online is if they just complied. Remember that?
That's right.
If they didn't look the way they looked. If they didn't shout their rights. If they just took it. I'm sorry. No.
No.
No. On Leftist Mafia, we talked about your favorite person can do bad things.
That's right.
And just because you like them does not mean we have to bypass, look over what they did. I'm sorry, because that's your favorite song. That person is still a messed up person and should be dealt with accordingly.
Oh, I see. Oh, you walking right into it. Go ahead.
And with that being said, your favorite rapper, dancer, all of that. David is saying we got to take a break, so we'll be right back with a little bit of love from somebody.
You was messy,
Brother Love. All right, we'll be back right after this.
All right, y'all. Make sure y'all stay tuned. Here's a jam from J. Cole.
I haven't heard that in a minute, but I really haven't heard
Nobody's perfect.
Hey, nobody's perfect. Hey. That was Missy. Because you're perfect for me. No, I was like, oh, we ride. You let to call your name. That's a good one. I gotta play that back. I have to play that back.
I was like, dang, I didn't know it was this short, man. I was like, nah, I thought this song was like 4 minutes. I was like, no, it's only 3.
I have not heard
that song.
And that was a good collaboration. That was J. Cole, that was Tweet, and that was Missy Elliott.
Yeah.
Oh wow. That was good. Now behind me, I don't know if you guys have seen, is my Christmas tree. Okay. I just wanted to show you guys my Christmas tree.
It looks like you're leaning.
It's not leaning, but the camera is. There's if you see here, my elf, where there was a pumpkin, now there is an elf. And if you look right there, I have on my mirror underneath my black woman some of that stuff. There's a stocking right there. There's a stocking right there that says B. My television area is set up. Y'all, my balcony set in red. Here's the thing. The holidays came like so fast, but I've been working my behind off, child. So the way that I felt like decorating for Christmas this year took 3 to 4 business days. I'm like, I gotta sit down. Usually I am ready on like the 25th of November. Baby, we are ready. But I was like, and then as there was a spirit of depression trying to get to me. And I said, no, we will be in the holiday spirit. We will be in the holiday spirit. So December 1st, I put on my little music. And I was like, in my mind.
In my mind.
Okay. I was like, and this Christmas will be not Chris Brown's version, but Donny Hathaway's. I had to go right back to the originator, and tap into Christmas right there. And then I went to the, Mariah Carey, I don't want to let
Yep,
fuck.
that's the one.
I had to go there. I had to go, and
That
then
cute defrosted
I went to
Olivia.
Kim. Kim, y'all know Kim, Kem.
Yeah,
Kim.
for sure, yeah.
I went to him and I had to go something that name to Bethlehem, where they talk about the story of Jesus. And I said,
Mhm.
Jesus is the reason.
There it is.
Hey,
For
for
the
the
season.
season.
I had to take it everywhere. So I had to go everywhere. And I had to grab my holiday spirits. And my best friend was like, put the fireplace on the TV while I was
Mhm.
doing it. And honey, I put the fireplace on the TV. Let me tell you, if you got a partner and you want to set a mood in your place for Christmas,
That's right.
go ahead, put the music on. Kim Station is a beautiful station to play. Another station that you can play is the PJ Morton Holiday Radio, Anita Baker Holiday Radio, all BJ the Chicago Kid, all of those soulful type of stuff. You Isley Brothers, play that. Set the mood, make a good Christmas drink, let
Mhm.
Ben come over, you know what I'm saying? And put that fake fireplace on the TV. Put the heat on so it could feel warm. But put that fake fireplace on the TV and you got something. My best friend was like, put that on. I put it on. And I used to laugh at the restaurant owner who used to do it, but I put it on and it set the vibes. And immediately you could have. I was in the holiday spirits. I'm
Yeah.
back. I'm back. Okay. I don't know if I'm gonna go home this year for Christmas. I would love to, but I don't think it's gonna be in my interest to go because I have to work. Work doesn't stop for me. So
Child, what about vacation time? You don't take no vacation, Rebecca?
because this year there was something where they didn't allow me to have that extra vacation time that I did last year. So no vacation time for me.
Girl, you can't be requested off.
Mm-mm. No.
So they got you effed up, Shawty. You need to stand on business. Stand on
Yeah.
business, Rebecca.
So next year it's going to be, I'm going to place it, I'm going to tape it under my shoe and to make sure that I'm reminded that I need to stand on business.
Stand on
Stand
business.
on business. Okay.
Right.
Okay. Compare su business. Okay.
I like that.
All right. All right.
You
Now,
gotta text that to me.
now you know who ain't standing on business no more because business is dropping them left to right.
Like flies.
Brother Love, P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Sean Puffy Combs. He's being dropped because of Cassie initially coming out with a lawsuit against him for sexual assault, amongst other things, and then him paying her off within less than 24 hours,
Right.
or them coming to an agreement within less than 24 hours, her dropping the lawsuit. Oh, baby, but that didn't stop there. So many more allegations started coming out from other women, from other people. Conspiracy theories, stories, interviews from people who are very close to him started coming out. And I thought these aren't going to do anything. But was I wrong? The discourse amongst that conversation or the incident or Cassie just coming out and saying that this is what happened to me. People were saying it didn't happen to her. She just wanted money. She should have left. People like Slim Thug, who we just got back to be like, okay, Slim Thug, you kind of cute. You handsome Asian man, you buying back the community. We like what we seeing. You know what I'm saying? Now you want to come out on your social media with some other men with mics who have that type of energy. You want to come out on your social media and say, why she ain't go to the police? I don't believe her. Why she ain't talk about it? And I'm like, dang, they get to have this discourse and Diddy still gets to live his life. Then paid that woman off. And what did she get? What did she get?
Assaulted.
But those brands were like, hey, yo. Diddy, Brother Love, Puff Daddy, Sean Puffy Combs, we gonna have to drop you. They dropped him from the most recent brand that he connected with because we don't see him with Ciroc that much anymore, but we do see him with that brand. I forget the brand. I think it starts with a V, and it's an alcoholic brand.
You're talking about the one that the DeLeon?
Is it DeLeon? I think it's DeLeon.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, but with that, he had already been gone from DeLeon in a minute because there were some talks about they weren't seeing eye to eye on some stuff. But now thinking about it, I think this may have something
No,
to do
they
with it.
full on dropped him. They recently
Oh,
said they
okay.
can't work with
Yeah,
him any
because
longer.
he talked about he was suing them. This was like
Mhm.
a few months ago.
Oh, they said
So
bet.
yeah.
They said
So
bet.
they stepped up, and then Revolt was the other one. He just stepped down
Revolt,
from Revolt.
Macy's, as it says on the screen,
Mm.
Macy's actually dropped all his stuff. Didn't know people were still wearing Sean. What was it, Sean John?
Son John
Which
Child.
Sean John did do a rebranding and it was nice.
Mm.
Good day, Sean John.
Wow.
Good day.
Wow.
They said
So-
no more. So a lot of people are coming out. What I thought couldn't happen to Diddy is happening to Diddy.
Right.
And right now, I think there should be something that goes on like this for people who are seemingly untouchable. I said this. I believe I said it on this platform. I said it on Leftist Mafia. I said it on my own page. Listen, Diddy thought because white people like to run, Russell Brand is in the same kind of allegations that's happening right now, and he ran straight to the grifting harder. He went right to who can protect him, and who was that? The right wing folks who be like, oh, it's okay. Like do we have proof? We do have proof. What God says, forgive, and all this. Yeah, Diddy knew that something was coming, and why do I know this? He attached himself to the black church.
Oh boy.
Oh
And
wow.
he started to label himself as love and start to move in a way where he was only positive. What does love mean to the black church? Love is God, because in biblical terminology, God is love. That's the definition. Love is God, God is love. And Diddy has a God complex. And mind you, this is my assessment.
Mhm.
Diddy has a God complex. He changed himself to love. He believes that he is almost like a savior to people that come into his life. He believes that he's at the top of the top and he's untouchable. But here we are. Even the black church I have not seen since this incident step up for him, because I started seeing he attached himself and he called him his mentor, and that's TD Jakes.
Oh boy.
Oh wow.
TD Jakes was showing up after preaching, and I love TD Jakes, but I couldn't. It wasn't reading to me correctly. Where I would hear TD Jakes tell us, "You can't be going from you can't be serving God and living a life where you are surrounded by people who are not aligned with God." I remember this like yesterday. I was listening to that, and I love it, and I apply it. But the next day, you're in the room with Diddy and all these other people after you done told us we can't, and we shouldn't. If we're walking on this path, I think not, my brother. I think not. All right, you guys chime in real quick. My stove
So-
needs attending to. I got something
Fine.
frying.
It's just they always love to go to church and seek forgiveness, but and don't get me wrong, I get it, but that becomes its own way of abuse, right? To excuse you from being able to get away with anything, right? There's
Yeah.
plenty of examples of that, and you know, I just been thinking about this all week, like the amount of power that these guys have, and the amount, the fact that they don't have to engage in this type of behavior, but they choose to, right? And they choose to use their power in this abusive fashion. Despite, I mean, and I think a lot of people make this comment, like they sexual assault at that level and that kind of fame and that popularity, it's more than just a choice. That reflects something going on that really has to be addressed with these people. And
Yeah.
Diddy is just the latest example of powerful men who've used their power to hurt people and get away with it for years.
And it's to the point now, like Roller even said in the chat, you got security guards coming out saying a lot of the allegations and everything that was reported are true. I mean, it's people coming out of the woodworks saying stuff. The most recent video I saw was from Columbus Short saying that Diddy called him late night saying, "Hey, what you doing? Why don't you come join me in my hotel room?" He said, "Who all over there?" "Just me." What the hell?
Oh, I didn't know about that. I didn't know.
And it at this point it's becoming it's becoming a spectacle almost. But all the allegations, like from the security guards and people that are close to him, saying that he allegedly punched Kim Porter in the nose and broke her nose. These allegations coming out against Diddy is, I will say, it's heartbreaking, because here it is, let's be honest, man. We've been rocking with Diddy for years.
Years, man.
College, bro, from college all the way up until now. It's just like, and now hearing this stuff is just like, bro, it's like the mighty have fallen.
It's a bad, but it's a consistent thing, right? Like, how many powerful people do we see being guilty of this? And I think what it is that when they have that power, they are attracted to what they can get away with that power.
Yeah.
What turns them on, like really, like literally, I think in a physical sense, what they get off on is what they can get away with that power. And that puts them in constant examples. Like, this is why so many people are coming up and saying they know so many examples of Diddy doing this. They know so many examples of Bill Cosby doing this.
Yeah.
They know so many examples of Harvey Weinstein doing this. Like, it's powerful men, no matter what race, no matter what age, no matter what belief system, they all behave the same way.
You're right.
Anyway, Rebecca is still doing her thing. Do we have a clip on that?
Oh, she's back. Yes.
Hey, David, I was trying to chime in, and here you go walking the dog. Listen to me. With all you guys made some really, really great points. I think that because Diddy feels like he's untouchable, I think this is great. That's going to happen to him. The discourse online is still going to continue no matter what. They're going to say he wanted money, even though, like, let's kind of look at it from a point of view of, if that was the case, why would this man settle in less than 24 hours? Let's start looking at the logistics of it. But who cares, right? I think what we're seeing here is a reckoning of women of color. She's ambiguous, but Black women coming out and saying things that happened to them. And the Black men that done these things are getting dealt with. So that's what I like to see. That's what I like to hear. That's what I love that's going on, because I know even, so many women who are working at lower levels in offices where this thing is happening to them, and they say that this is happening to them, and they end up getting fired. Okay. They don't have voices. We remember how long this went on with R. Kelly for years. Women have been saying this stuff. Women have been saying this stuff. So now I think it's just about what happens in this moment. I asked the question, is there a such thing as canceling Diddy in this moment? Will Diddy's music be dropped from certain things? Will he not be what happens here? Because the internet is now in a very fickle time. R. Kelly was canceled at another time. The internet today, they will say, cancel that man. And in 2 years, they will forget that they said cancel that man and be like, Diddy never did nothing to nobody. Diddy out here doing what he got to do for his family. They going to do that. Okay? All right? They will try to, if the glove fits, we must quit. They're going to try to do that to Diddy. They will. Trust me. Now, we are at the end of the show, but y'all know I couldn't leave y'all without any Blackness. Cheryl Lee Ralph. During the Thanksgiving Day parade, she was Miss Claus. She was Miss Claus. But it was interesting to know, I don't even know how long they've been doing the Macy's Day Parade. Do you guys know?
Forever.
It's been
forever.
When I lived in New York, I went. I even volunteered at 1 year. I went and I loved it. Brandy was there. Y'all know I love Brandy.
Brandy was there this year, right? Yeah.
She got a holiday album as well. Love her, mean it. Wish she would have gave us full voice and said, but I love the album. I love Brandy. I support everything Brandy. Okay, because Brandy was on there like this. Brandy was I'm like, girl, we know you could do it there, but I know you can give us here too. I know you can give us it right here, but she was giving us right here. I wanted it to. And I love Brandy. But with that being said, Brandy was there. Another Black first for the Macy's Day Parade was that Cheryl Lee Ralph was the parade's first Black Santa Claus and the first celebrity. But that doesn't matter to me. The fact that she's the first Black Mrs. Claus.
Yes. What was that movie? What was that?
That was crazy. What movie?
You said she played Mrs. Claus?
No, it wasn't a movie. She was the first Mrs. Claus, Black Mrs. Claus on
in the
parade.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I dropped the link in the chat.
Oh, wow.
David. Yeah, she was definitely in there waving. She looked good. Um, absolutely amazing. And I really hope that because where is she on this? Where's she at? Because I don't see her on this thing. David, she ain't there, baby. Let me find her.
Not that link said Republican American. What the hell is that?
Now, what story is that, David?
I'm looking like, hold on. Now, what we looking at?
All you gotta do is go to her page on Instagram, and you will see because she posted something about it. David, this is Black news, okay? This is the Black minute. So here she goes. Yes, she looks great. She looks good. And we've been doing pretty good, David. I know you said that, but we actually done a little better than when we did. But she looks great. She looks good, and I think that we need more blackness.
I missed that whole scene.
We need more blackness when it comes to the things that go into any holiday stuff in New York City, because New York City is known for their holiday looks, and people go there. They go to the Rockefeller Center, and I feel like it's not enough blackness. I remember when I used to want to see the Rockettes. Well, I used to work. I used to work at the Rockefeller Center, and I wanted to see the Rockettes and all that stuff. I remember when I would watch the Good Morning America show. I was working, and I would see them, and I'm like, nah, it's two black girls. Why is only two black girls, and they giving us the most hip thrust and the highest leg kicks, and they look good in the uniform. We need a little bit more diversity. Okay, diversity and inclusion wasn't a thing then. Now we have it, and I don't know what it looks like, but shout out to Cheryl Lee Ralph and her blackness representation, her black representation there. I know for sure some people was like, God, they done made Santa Claus's wife black.
Is that a black Santa Claus, Mrs. Claus?
Now, why would they do that?
Go get my BB gun out of there so I can shoot
the black Cassidy of it all. Okay?
The Black Cassidy.
Everything doesn't have to be black. They already got a day, Juneteenth. Everything must be black now.
Does that Mrs. Claus eat watermelon and fried chicken too? Or is it like fried chicken candy canes?
Holidays were for not fried chicken candy canes.
Oh man.
Hey, listen, we're at the end of the show. You went over. Sorry about that, David. But we are at the end of the show. If you're here, that means you love what you're seeing. There are a few because your girl made it to monetization. Your girl made it. They said, who is that in the videos? That ain't you. They said that's not your content. They said that's not you. I said, oh honey, it is me. And why do I have to fight for people to know it's me? I'm on a show full of white men. It's the only black girl. Why? Y'all didn't know that was me. This show, literally, the show that I do has my face on the front of it. How come it ain't me? How come? How's come?
Why come?
They made me fight.
All my life I had to fight.
And I finally received. Okay, I'm finally monetized. So if you guys, thank you so much for people noticed when they came on the page. They're like, oh, Rebecca's monetized before I could even announce it. Because people nosy. They like, is that super chat? Oh, I could do that. Thank you so much. So shout out to Smokey Rose who said, love you, mean it. I love you too. Omega Shenron. Dragon Omega. Hello,
Omega.
Hi, y'all. Hello from NYC and first time back on the morning shows. Thank you for this being your first time back on the morning shows, for you to be rocking with us right here. Rebecca has been great on TLM, the Leftist Mafia, since she came on. I appreciate that and love you, mean it. Smokey Rose came back. She said, I'm gonna give you something and I'm gonna give you something again, right, for your spirit. And it's all pink hearts, and I send you back a yellow hearts. I send you back yellow hearts. I love you, mean it. And if I scroll a little further down, Mike Thompson said, here is your morning coffee with $4. I appreciate you and I love you, and I mean that. Thank you guys for rocking with us. Listen, like it or not, Lion, there's strength on the show. This show isn't just like anybody else's show. Okay. If you saw me somewhere else and you're here right now, hey, put this in your subscription list. Put the reminder for every Saturday, because we be around 10 o'clock ish, 30ish. put this in the
We be live though. We be live.
Look,
And not 8 p.m.
live,
Thursday either. Look back.
yeah, we be live though. Listen, we do. Listen, that's what matters. We be live though, okay? And that's what matters. If you guys like what you're seeing, your support means so much to us. Before I was getting monetized, all I needed was your subscriptions, and I still need those. Your likes, they mean so much. Your suggestions, your reposts, do that for me. Do that for the Benjamin Dixon Show. Listen, we are because of you. The same way you push us, it helps us come here and give you guys the content that you need, the best content on this here's internet. All right, we're at the end of the show, but there's one more thing I want to say. Somebody's birthday is coming up. Oh, I almost sang that in R. Kelly's version, but the Lord stopped me right there.
The blood.
The Lord stopped me right there. The blood, man. The blood.
The blood.
The blood.
That's what being said in the picture right there, Becca. The blood.
The blood.
Look,
Wait.
But
Yeah. The blood.
Listen,
But for the blood of Jesus.
but God, it's tattooed on me, so it hit me right on the reel. Right on the reel.
In the Shanana. That's what the
In the
Shanana is.
Shanana. I got it tatted right here, but God, it hit me right in the Shanana. It's somebody's birthday, and it's gonna be, and I really, really, really want to shout you out. When's your birthday, Bubba? Let the people know where they can actually find you as well, and what you're gonna be doing for your upcoming birthday.
Yes, so my birthday is next Friday, December 8th. I will be at Disney World again. David's talking about, I want to go to Disney. Hey, David, the way I'm going to Disney, because I said F rent. I'm turning 45, and it's a milestone for me, so rent is going to have to be late. Honestly, truly.
Now
And
that's
I
not
mean
for
that
all
shit.
kids to be doing, but
And I'm
that's
standing on business on that one.
Oh, he said he got business on the bottom of the shoe. Listen, I just need y'all to know that's not all of us that do that. But there are times. I don't know. He turned 45. I don't think that's responsible of him, but I do think
Girl.
he's standing on.
He's saying,
There's
look,
a lot of stuff that ain't responsible of me, but
he said, we ain't
but
here
God, but the
we ain't
blood,
here for a long time. We're here for a good time.
but the blood. Hey,
Make
that's
sure your bills
responsible.
are
But the
paid
blood.
before y'all go out, y'all. But if you guys do want to love on brother Bubba, so he can make
Please.
sure he pay his bills correctly, make sure you hit him up on Cash App, DJX3C. That is DJX3C. And for this show, it's patreon.com/like it or not. Y'all, listen, if you want to tip your host, I think that's the greatest thing to do to show them love. You can do so. That's BPD 2018 on Cash App. That is Becca's voice on Cash App. And I never want to forget about my producer. Listen, I know we be going toe to toe, but I love you and I mean it. And that's DKG. What is it? DKG
87.
DKG 87. Send my boy some change because he be working hard. I be having him literally pull out the little hairs he got left on his head. So I really, really want us to make sure we support each other. I love y'all. I mean that with every single thing in me. And I want you guys to have a great, 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 great weekend. Okay?
Hey.
Mwah. Love y'all, mean it. Bubba, take us out.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much again for joining us on the Benjamin Dick. Wait a minute. On Like It or Not with Rebecca Azor on the Benjamin Dixon Show on Rebecca's page and on Ben's page. Y'all, thank y'all again, man. Hey, I love y'all. Mean it. Next week, we'll give y'all a Thursday show. I do a Beard Bonnet Chronicles next Thursday to celebrate my birthday. It's like a little small birthday party for me. And we'll get on and talk about it. I might try to have Mama on. We'll see if Mama can come on and see what she says and has to talk about. So we'll see. Y'all stay tuned for that, man. Anyway, love y'all, mean it. We'll see you next week for that special holiday, man. Love y'all, mean it. Like it or not, we out. Deuces.
Where beats meet the streets. This is Power.